how much he can claim full credit for like inventing the build. A lot of people were doing it before him as well.
FNG knows what's up. I'm gonna say right now, I'm a turbo main. 90% of my Dota in the past 2 years has all been turbo.
Yeah, FNG saying exactly what I was hinting at there. Play turbo MR, you will see tons of builds before you see it in official.
Yep.
Yeah, VP actually, I think VP do frequent the turbo games. I've heard from people before that they run into VP players every now and then in turbo, just bashing out some fast games.
Oh, really? I mean, maybe I've come across them and just been stomped by them and not noticed who it was. And a while back, I had some of these Omni Knights in turbo going for that, kind of one-hit kill build with the hammer.
The
just
shard,
destroying. Yeah.
Shard and harpoon build.
Yeah.
And Kanda, of course.
Oh. But yeah, it really is funny, right? It's like, you go on Reddit, like, oh yeah, Amar did it first, RTZ did it first, and you're like, no, actually, random player from Thailand 783 did it first.
That's always how Dota has been. This is a discussion I had like literally 18 years ago. People were talking about, oh, who invented this strat in Pro Dota 1 game?
Bottle crowing. Who did bottle crowing? Yeah.
Yeah, we have apparently a few players disconnecting here. Seems like they have a power outage right now, so hopefully they will come back soon here. We do have Undying reconnecting already, so FNG's back.
FNG's immune to power outage.
He's got a little generator.
Hamster wheel. He's got a bicycle under his feet. Just
he's just pedaling right now, like, guys, get on your bikes.
Bring the ball back. He's the one powering the modem and the router and everything. Yeah, you saying you had a conversation about this? Was there more to that? I don't know.
No, it's just always been the nature of Dota that a lot of things that happen in pro games didn't originate in pro games. It's usually invented by some random, perhaps low MMR player who was doing it just because it seemed like a cool idea. Because there's so many games being played all the time in pubs.
Yeah, and it can often be one of those things where pro players, and I know players like me who have played for God knows, 20 years or whatever since Dota 1, I don't read tooltips anymore. Sometimes I read patch notes, but most of the time I hear things through like word of mouth, like, oh, this has changed, this does that, this does that.
Oh God, but the confusion, I could never.
But some like new player or someone, low MR or whatever, reading a tooltip will be like, wait, hang on. That does this, that does percentage-based pure damage. What if I combine it with this? What if I'm a sniper who rushes Kanda in my game? What if I'm just going to go around doing crazy stuff?
I mean, Dota is a fun little puzzle, you can put together different pieces. That's where you see some really weird stuff every now and then. It's like my reaction once when I was watching a high MMR game, just checking I think it was a 11k MMR average pub, and I see Ember queuing up the Ether Lens, and it's like, you what? But he wanted E-Blade that game, and it worked out really well for him. It was a good idea. But when you see an Ether Lens Ember Spirit, you're questioning it a little bit,
Yeah. Huh? Really? That was good. I think.
He had that range on the Slider Fist. It was actually working quite well for him. He could reach people.
Hell yeah. Well, it looks like we've got everything sorted. Back into things here. Game 1 in this best of 2. DreamLeague Season 22, if you're just joining us. Day 3 of the group stage here, as we get ourselves into VP versus the Falcons. Already all smoked up and wandering across the map. Nature's Prophet's done his little TP warding mission. Got 2 dire wards around that middle lane, as the Falcons have come across to try and guard the top runes.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of contest there. Of course, both teams having that vision around mid, and the Nature's Prophet advantage of getting that vision down a little bit faster. It was placed under smoke though, so no guarantee for a D ward.
It's a late have fun from Crit. And we were watching his player cam. VP, FNG was typing madly, all chatting. Amar was there. Crit was just staring at his screen, like, completely dead, focused on the game, not getting involved in any nonsense.
You have to mentally prep yourself when you play pro games. There's a lot of things going through your mind before even the game really starts. Like, think about how it's going to play out. Crit, gotta take a bit of a harassment here as he goes up, gets blood grenaded.
That's a lot of damage. Does get the bushwhack onto FNG, but it looks like Luna here. Kiritish does get that first blood already.
I mean, he has no HP on Hoodwink, really going up high ground there, running into a decay, quickly just get bursted down.
I'm just not expecting both of them to be sat atop that staircase. He's pinging it out now, saying, yeah, well, I got caught there.
Yeah, they get the D ward on mid as well. Nature's Prophet plays the sentry, and that's going to be a bit of extra experience towards the Pango. It actually makes a bit of difference. You get 72 experience for that D ward, so he's guaranteed level 2, even if there's a deny from Storm.
Nice. Why has Crit bought a Quelling Blade in this top lane?
I guess he wants to be able to position himself a little bit trickier, and I suppose he won't always have a Scurry for a Nature's Prophet. So
Okay.
I thought that he wouldn't buy a Quelling Blade, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw him in Fountain pick it up, and I thought, oh, that must be Amar's, and he's bringing it to him. But Amar has one as well. So yeah, I guess you're right. They're just preparing for that Nature's Prophet TP.
It's just CS. He wants to steal Amar's CS. That's it.
Last hit those range creeps. Get them done.
A little bit surprising because, you know, usually we don't see a great need for it, but you don't skill Scurry level 1 or level 2. You wait perhaps until level 4 even to get a point in it. So could be that he just respects the early rotations from Nature's Prophet.
Mm-hmm. It looks like he's been cutting down some of these trees on the right side of the lane as well. Maybe trying to give vision over FNG. Don't allow the Undying to play Fog as much as he has.
Yeah, they've been cutting a ton of them, so that way they can start harassing him a little bit earlier, because Undying does like to sneak up on you and just run at you from Fog War. Can be a little bit harder now.
Well, all the focus in that top lane for the first 2 minutes. That's where all the action's been. But down at bottom, Noticed and Sayush, they've cracked level 2 on the Mars. Snaking did get a pull off into a small camp, though. It looks like VP going to try and body block that. Not allow any further pulls. And Skitter, last hit-wise, 5 and 1. Seems like he has been under a bit of pressure.
Missed the body block. He tried to go in for body block on the back, but he couldn't get close enough like that. It doesn't work.
Oh.
Dire's courier has been
Well, that's unfortunate. And they lose the courier on Mars as well. Large camp still blocked, and Snaking now in a great position.
Yeah, Snaking will see that there's a camp as well, and he can pull immediately here, which is a fantastic spot for him.
Thank you very much, yeah. Little, kind of half pull there. Does grab the flag bearer creep.
That's perfect. Sending one creep forward to Skitter so he doesn't get completely overwhelmed by enemy creeps. Just exactly the kind of pull you want to do.
And how's that mid lane going?
Yeah, so far it's looking pretty even, I would say, but Storm should be getting a bit of an advantage over time.
Oh, no big difference is being made. Sayush down bottom does get a sentry into the camp, but Snaking is one step ahead. He already had the sentry, places it down, gains access to his camp again. Unfortunately, didn't spawn on the 3-minute mark, but he'll have it next minute.
Yeah, and so far Luna also doing really well in CS up here. 16 and 5 along with the first blood there. Having a pretty great start, Kiratik.
Skitter and Snaking getting some stuns onto Noticed down bottom. Sprout is out from Sayush there. I just realized the Nature's Prophet had left the lane for a little bit, so they apply a bit of pressure back onto the Mars. That's also a pretty big thing, right? We haven't seen Nature's Prophet TP mid or TP top to make these rotations and dogpile on a hero. And now he's kind of had to defensively TP bottom, so he's stuck here for a minute.
He is, and ideally we would want him to have that threat of the TP at least towards the mid lane so that Storm can't get too confident, because Storm is really low HP. Look at it. If Nature's Prophet had TP available, it could maybe do something. There is a Quelling Blade, of course, but the auto attacks could still be upsetting here.
How many? Does everybody have a Quelling, actually? All 5? They do.
Yeah, they all do.
I love it.
Five Quelling Blades. These guys, they know Nature's Prophet is an annoying guy, but they're going to mitigate it.
That is great. Dota 2.
If you all have Quelling Blade, then Nature's Prophet isn't that bad of a hero to play against anymore, now that he doesn't have the half-a-second linger effect as well on the Sprout.
How many trees are there in a Sprout? Like 8?
It's a lot. It's 8, yeah, I think.
Yeah. I was just thinking, can you kill all of the Sprout trees if you've got 5 Quellings?
Well,
but no. Just quell all of them.
Well, you could if it's level 4 then, because Quelling Blade has 5-second cooldown.
Okay.
Or 4-second cooldown even, so yeah, you could do it on level 3. Cut all of it.
Deforest. Alright, it's been a little nasty up top for FNG and Kiratic. They're getting some farm here on the Luna, but they're always at like half HP, being bullied back by Tidebringer and Acorn Shot, and Nature's Prophet has moved in mid. Marine, and he looks pretty dead here. Level 5, wandering back through the forest. Squadix didn't want to tank the remnant. The creeps, neutral deny. It worked out. Storm, really well done.
Oh, that was
Looking
so close.
Me?
Meanwhile, top lane, crit goes down. Tombstone used here.
Amar, though, with Snaking's rotation to the Twin Gate. Not quite landing the stun, but the Blood Grenade and a couple of hits. The Edict is there in time. So at least they'll trade out the supports for the carry.
Yeah, but that's 3 dead for Falcon, pretty painful. And even though he got the deny to the neutral there on Storm, it's still not fun to die before you're level 6. So good recognition by VP finding a chance to get that kill. You see there, he had a lot of resources. He had Magic Stick, Fair Fire, Bottle, so he used all he could to get away to this creep camp. And just as the Swashbuckle comes out, oh my god, that timing, dude.
Yeah, it was really close. I was going to get under the skin of Squadix a little bit. He's level 6 now on the Pango, so Rolling Thunder is available and he'll use it straight away. Kiritich, that's a replay, right? I was like, Kiritich dying top again? No, here's a replay. Crit will be the one to fall in the mid lane to that Rolling Thunder. Good first use out of it. And getting a kill always going to be a nice morale boost there for your Pango.
Yeah, fantastic rune for the Storm. Meanwhile, though, finds a regen on the 6 minutes. So getting a bit lucky, getting the bottom rune spawn. And that's going to be very nice. He can hold it until level 6, use that to ramp up his farm.
FNG going on a bit of a wander.
Dire are
Double
scared.
wards here, scouting Ancients to see that Sven transition a little later on. Any stacks that come. This has been a priority move when you're playing against Sven and Luna in particular, these flash farmers in the Ancient camps. I feel like we see less and less of the blocking of Ancients and more contesting of Ancients recently. Well, FNG, Tombstone down, but he doesn't get the Wisdom rune. Might be in trouble now as well, as Malorine and Amar have both arrived to kill the Tomb for bonus gold, and the FNG undying for that cherry on top. He's a little tankier than they maybe expected. No, he denies to the dragons.
Is under attack.
Incredible.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gosh, it takes a long time to kill these Ancients. Malorine is like, is this worth it? It's taking me like 10 minutes to kill off a dragon. We'll see what he does next. 8-minute rune is coming up, so that's the next move it looks like. FNG and Squadix already in position at the northern spot. A DD rune spawns down south. Sayush and Squadix rolling onto snaking. And Leshrac, he did grab that DD rune, but he's going to pay the price for it. Quick zip onto Squadix. Got bushwhack. Squadix just rolling and crashing and moving around, and Malorine the one to get turned on. That boat connects on him, but the damage was lacking. Squadix throwing the tip to Malorine as this zombie just chases Cret and kills him off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Snaking now going to take up position top. Try and get himself to those arcane boots. Get to level 6. Starts to offer a hell of a lot of damage once he gets to there. And Sayush on that right-hand side of the map. Yeah, building some massive stacks here for Kiritich's Luna. Mask of Madness, I think, is now on the courier coming out. So, yeah, prime time for the Luna to get farming.
And yeah, looks like the Storm is just gonna keep working towards this Witchblade rush. And I want to mention that the build from Pango, by the way, skipping boots to get Diffu even faster this game is a build that not everyone does on Pango, but I really like to see it. You get it so early. Look mid. Amar just losing his entire HP and mana pool.
So much damage. Yeah, that mana burn, like you're saying, really a big deal as well. As we do get a move on to snaking top. He was just trying to leech experience, get to level 6, push out that wave, but gets met with the trio
Radiant's top
from
tower is
VP.
under attack.
I think I was expecting VP, to start moving across to Ancients, farming these stacks they've got. They stuck around a little longer than expected in that top lane to find that bonus kill.
Yeah, I think if you're still enjoying the lane, if it's still good and you're farming fast as Luna, then just keep staying there. The only threat is the Storm might make a rotation, but they have great vision right now. They have deep wards in the enemy Ancients, and they even have wards in the enemy jungle. So as long as they know Storm is not making a rotation top, Luna can keep farming there.
Yeah, and I guess they've also got the ability, if they're playing top, to go and contest Ancients or run into that spot if they need to. And they've got a nice ward down bottom in that jungle to see the move from bot lane across.
Good dodge here by Crit. He's gonna hide a bit. But yeah, if you crack the tier 1 top tower here as Luna, that would be amazing. But gonna be a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, instead they can play down bottom with that catapult. Noticed FNG and Squadix down there. Leaving mid lane a little exposed though. Malorine with snaking, trying to make the most of it. And Crit, he sees FNG. FNG sees him. Scurrying into the tree line.
He
Just
only
trying to be
used
a
his nuke
nuisance.
onto the portal, I think, because Luna was portaling through. Meanwhile, Snaking was trying to be cheeky on mid lane using that Diabolic Edict. Gets punished for staying too close there. This Pango is super dangerous to get close to as Leshrac right now. Since you have basically no armor. 6 armor is not enough against the Diffu.
1-9. VP.
Radiant's middle
Coming out of
tower
this laning phase, feeling really good with a 2k lead, and still money in the bank, ready to be collected, gaining interest in those ancient camps.
Yeah, it's fantastic tempo going into this game. Looking like they, you know, come prepared against Falcons, who otherwise have been doing really well in this Dream League.
And we'll still see, you know, they've got plenty of timings to hit. On the Witchblade, on the Storm, like you mentioned. Sven, we know how powerful he can be in, you know, 8 or 9 minutes. Once we get past that 20-minute mark, he should be pretty ready to go.
Yeah, but he's farming under wards all the time, Sven, as well. So this is really comfortable for VP. They know what's going on. They know where people are on the map.
Malorine. Little zip-zap. Arcane Rune going. Moves up towards top. Kiritich having a very free time. He's got a couple of allies smoked in front of him as well. Playing into the last remnant seconds of this Observer ward where they did see Skitter Sven.
Radiant
Don't want to follow him all the way across to that ancient stack there. They'll see Snaking mid lane. The half HP Leshrac, a much easier
Oh no,
kill.
not again,
That's
Snaking.
for damn sure. Snaking's gone. And a tier 1 here for VP, making very swift, decisive moves.
Hit enter, and right now I just see as of five Snakings dying repeatedly on the screen. Very painful. I mean, he's playing the dangerous areas, but it's kind of turning into a bit of feeding as well. This is a lot of gold progression. Pango getting close to Blink Dagger now, along with this Mana Boots and Diffu, so he can really turn up the pace here.
7,150 is what Luna started at before starting these stacks. Let's see how big she gets.
Fantastic amount of farm, yeah. He's got the Master Madness and Dragonlance, and almost full Yasha coming out soon as well.
Jeez. Monstrous Luna at this point. And yeah, the positioning of VP right now, what is that, 3-4 heroes in front of her, playing aggressively still into this bottom lane, spotting Amar. Notice straight up with the arena, God's Rebuke and Spear. There's a Blade Mail here for Amar. And as FNG tries to cut into the back, Notice taking a tremendous amount of damage from that Blade Mail and the X-Boat connecting. But Squadix is found snaking on the left side, crashing towards Amar, but the TP succeeds. Gets away from the Rolling Thunder, and so does Crit, it looks like.
Good TP out, but they still lose one while Luna is farming a lot. And sure, Sven is, pushing in mid. He's doing what he can, but this is not another, good scenario for Falcon. They basically just losing every engagement.
I absolutely forgot what net worth she started.
7,150. So 8,200 now. She farmed over 1,000 gold by clearing only the big camp and the ancient camp a few times here.
Very nice, and still has a little stack off to the far right as well.
I mean, this is looking to be a fantastic timing on her Manta style with this Master Madness Dragonlance. I love this build.
A lot of burst damage. They found the Pango in that mid lane.
Finally something going Falcon's way. They get a good fight there and connecting early with Skeeter here. Getting to take the tower as well.
And it's super important what they do next. The smoke trying to sweep across the map. If they can find Luna, that would be a massive kill for them. It might actually work out.
Oh, that ward on bottom. It might spot him here. They have a very nice ward that reveals him here. He is as good as dead at this point, I think.
Yeah, there's no way out here, surely. Kiritich. Zip in from Malorine. The storm starts things off. God's strength has expired, but it matters not. Snaking and Crit will back them up with the disables. And that's your 8,500 net worth hero dead for 40 seconds. So the world now belongs to the Falcons for the next minute.
Finally, they get some nice rotations going here. And meanwhile, Amar was allowed to farm up a little bit as well. Working on that Aghanim Scepter. Not rushing it. Went Blade Mail first. This is a very common build. That Blade Mail can become crucial later on in the game. Who knows? what kind of a game we'll see.
The rapier build.
Yeah, for now,
Right now.
Mars's Blink coming out on the courier.
Okay. So what's he gone here? He thought about Soul Ring. So he got the phase boots double brace of 1, which is normal. Oh, hang on. He's going on Amar again, but he dodges the spear. Does have the boat as protection. Pops the blade mail, surviving the first onslaught. Squadix considered the roll. Doesn't want to commit to it, though.
Roll
there it is.
Gotta group up on the tower, though. A little tip between the offlaners here.
Just a little tip. But yeah, so Mars didn't go for the Soul Ring, deciding for a Yule's after Blink.
Yeah, I think Yule's is a very strong item in general. Can be great against the X-Mark combo as well, to have someone to Yule's up the enemy. They might do stuff with, you know, Yule's up or X-Mark Sven later on to push your base.
Gotcha.
So already preparing to have that can be good. And it's just nice tool to stop some of the chain stunning.
Radiant are scanning.
Straight through the twin gate. Radiant scan.
Radiant
Dissipates before VP arrive.
Dire's middle
Radiant Vision very focused on the dire side of the river here. 3 wards from Ancient Camp up to top jungle. So they don't see where VP are, but they're in a decent spot just to hold a high ground. Get a bit of farm here in behind VP.
Sometimes knowing where the enemy aren't is enough to know where they are as well. That vision can be sufficient. But we'll see if they smell out this rotation coming in from behind here, though.
has been killed.
Crit. So slippery. Snaking is going to be able to be found there, tanks it. In that kind of situation, like you're behind enemy lines, you're stealing farm from them. Losing snaking there doesn't feel too bad.
Yeah, 3 to 12 looks pretty horrible in score here, but when you consider that 7 of those kills are on a +5, you know, it takes away some of the value. You haven't killed the enemy carry at all. You haven't killed the enemy offlaner at all. Sure, Storm is a bit shut down having those 2 deaths, but he's also not doing too poorly.
Diminishing returns on the support kills.
Yeah, they're really not the highest value.
Not getting a whole lot. Skitter going to inhabit that left side of the map, clears Ancients, but doesn't feel too comfortable here. He's actually going to take the long way around and regroup with the rest of his squad in the mid lane, it looks like. Aghanim Scepter on Kunkka is about 1,000 gold away, 700 gold away now, so probably the next big timing they're looking for.
Yeah, I would say so. Meanwhile, though, this Mars looking for another jump on snaking.
Nice, he got it. There's number 8. Amar can't really help his buddy there. Does land a decent combo.
Oh my god,
Just
he's
turned
melting
on.
to the diabolic.
Oh, so he is. Yeah, Squadix unnoticed. I mean, Squadix can have to TP out because of it.
Wow, if he died to the Edict there, that would have been ridiculous. But yeah, it does do that pure damage and quite a bit of it as well.
And remains after you die.
Yeah, and the Sharpshooter plus both combo. It was a very surprising moment there for Pango, I think. Didn't expect to take any damage.
tower is under
Almost
attack.
died.
Man, pretty big bit of burst damage there from Falcons. Well, another death for snaking, but no real traction gained by VP. They're just going to come up, defend top tier 1, get back into their ancient spots, and keep this Luna farming. She is out ahead of the Sven by about 1,000.
Yeah,
It's one of those matchups, you know, if Sven is able to jump her, you know, we're thinking about that Aghanim Scepter or Blink Dagger on Sven. Luna's net worth can go down the drain pretty quickly.
It really can. The timing for Luna where she becomes happy is when she has that butterfly against Sven, because Sven usually wants stateless. He has that massive damage, wants to crit with it. So he might not go for an MKB, and then you have a lot more survivability. Maybe you get a nice tier 3 drop as well, get the Elven Tunic. At that point, it's very hard for Sven to fight.
Falcons still have this pretty nifty ward. In between 2 sentries, pretty much right on top of the Watcher. Seeing the Undying and Luna, FNG is going to be the one to get jumped on, though. Quick and easy pick there. And yeah, he's pinged it. They absolutely do have vision there, FNG. You just barely missed it with your 2 sentries.
You know, I find that
lane,
almost all the Watchers are actually good ward spots as well. Because people don't expect, they walk over a Watcher and it's not taken. You're like, oh, they don't have vision here. But then there is a ward.
just a sneaky little ward there. Watchers and inside Lotus pools, I find are fun places to ward. Like no one, like I don't know, I've never been de-warded with my Lotus pool wards, especially for bottom right corner Roshan.
Yeah,
feels so good.
Yeah, it's a very common at least angle for either team to take when contesting Roshan, so it can be a good one to prep. Arcane Rune for Storm here, big power up.
Pretty spread across the map right now, though. Crit and Malrine, the ones playing down south and holding hands. Amar clearing top, and it looks like Skitter is
no.
even cutting waves ahead.
Malrine, you don't know about this? Oh, he doesn't know. He's unaware. He's lacking critical information.
What's he done?
There's a bug in the game. Don't take Specialist Array if you have Witchblade. Just don't.
Oh, why not?
If both proc, nothing happens. Well, I mean, Witchblade doesn't trigger. So right now, his next attack, look at his next attack, and you will see that it won't do anything Witchblade-wise.
Well, his next
if he
attack...
actually attacks anything, he's going to have to avoid a gank. But you lose a ton of damage this way. If I knew this and I was him, I would go back and take the tier 1 item. It's better to have the mana ring than this.
Damn.
Yeah, I've done that mistake many times. It's a really annoying bug. I wish they would fix it.
So just like Specialist Array takes precedent as like
it just wipes the Witchblade proc from happening.
Damn.
You can see it, and they share pretty similar cooldown, so we'll see it when he goes anywhere. It's really bad when you go on a hero because you really want that damage.
Yeah, that blows. Malrine just spent half his mana pool to zip over.
He hasn't hit anything for a minute now. There we go, he hit, but we couldn't see it.
Yeah, Witchblade was on cooldown.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcons into the Roche pit. Let's get to pop that
Look at
gold
Roche
strength.
now. We'll see if it works or if it doesn't. Oh, it did work now.
It did work.
Strange. Maybe it's inconsistent with how it works. Because previously he did it on a neutral creep and it didn't work. So maybe there has to be more than one target for it to not work. Okay, if there's nothing to Specialist Array, then maybe it's fine.
Yeah, curious.
So yeah, it just a weird thing. When you miss that damage, though, it's super frustrating. So
Snaking getting X'd. Runs into the tier 1.
looks like a Tormentor might be the play here for VP. Quite common when you lose the Roshan like this, that you try and take your Tormentor to prevent the enemy from going and stealing it. So now there's at least no extra value for the enemy pushing here.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Did you get that shard over on Nature's Prophet? Very powerful one to get.
Quick TP across from Crit. Gonna grab the Wisdom Rune off the left side as well. It's felt like VP have stalled a little bit the past couple of minutes. They had a great laning stage. First 10 minutes were spectacular for them. But they've not really transferred this Luna into a position of power. She's got so much net worth, but she's just building more net worth.
He's really playing for the late game. Yeah, he hasn't made many moves, which, you know, you almost want to make a move with the Eclipse when you have maxed out Lucent Beam, try and get some value. By waiting like this, he is allowing the opponents to build towards those BKBs and be fine against him. So you already have BKB on the Sven, of course, he had it for quite a while. The Storm just gets hits delivered now as well, and the Kunkka is halfway towards his BKB as well. At that point, the Eclipse becomes pretty acceptable.
Honestly, it's exciting times for everyone involved because we've got Nature's Prophet, who's very good at adapting and turning into a core himself. Hoodwink, same story. We've got Gleipnir queued up for Crit. Scaling capability for some of these supports is pretty spectacular. Hell, even Leshrac, you know, levels on him, getting talents up is pretty massive.
Yeah, it would be nice for him to get something. He got himself the drums arriving now at least, so he has a little bit of speed and, you know, something to use in these team fights as well. He hasn't had the best game overall, but they are in the lead right now with this Aegis in hand. They're pushing towers.
I mean, it's kind of incredible. Snaking is, you know, 2, 8, and 1, but he's not bottom of net worth. He's ahead of the Hoodwink and the Undying.
Just a lot of times, you know, when you play really aggressively, you're gonna get a lot of farm, but you might die a few times. So that's basically what happened. So even if he died, this is not too bad. Smoke coming in here into the Aegis. Pretty brave by VP.
Malrine right next door to them. Squadix and Notice leading. Snaking was there. The first one to get touched is the Storm, though. He balled right into that Rolling Thunder. Aegis gets claimed up. Squadix is zoning them on the far left, and a ball lightning in second zip. Malrine's out of there. So Aegis taken up, but this is still on Dire's side of the map.
That's some pretty cool reactions by Malrine there still, though. I mean, he kept his cool after dying once. He realized he used the spear. I'm fine. I don't need to BKB on my Aegis respawn. A lot of people would just press it there out of habit. Like, I died, use the BKB and get out of here, you know. But now he still has it available. They could still go for a fight. So we see them smoking up now and looking to be the aggressors.
And VP trying to hold on to their Ancient's high ground area. And Notice and Squadix, they've gone pretty far here, spotted by that Radiant Ward, leaving Kiritich all alone. The Illusions do see the Storm, and Malrine unable to connect in a meaningful way here. So VP can start reacting. Maybe encircle Falcons. They're coming in from the south. Arena straight up from Noticed onto, would you believe it, snaking again. Lashrak down, but look at this damage coming on to Noticed. The Mars is blown up to Skitter and Crit. FNG trying to get towards Malrine. The final bit of mana balls him over the staircase now. Squadix might be able to take down the Storm Spirit here. And Skitter, he does grab the Sayers Nature's Prophet in the back. Storm BKB's up, turns onto Squadix. The Pango dies. I thought Malrine was in trouble, but Falcons say no, we've got the backup plan here. Cavalry comes over the hill, and the fourth hero on the docket is going to be FNG's Undying.
Ultra kill. The Aghanim Scepter Sven doing some big work in that fight, getting all that damage out. We see a replay here of how the fight started. All this focus on Leshrac, it feels like it's getting a bit bad for them. They're expending, you know, Arena plus the Eclipse just to burst the Lesh. And then from there on, the Sven had a pretty free fight.
In a pub game, that Lesh is saying all for me.
Yeah, right? Surprised there's no all chatting yet by snaking here. Like, come on, guys.
And he really has just been running around with a target on his back, but it's a target he's put there himself. Give himself net worth.
That's what you want. If you're core and you see your pulse 5 go in like that all the time right in front of you, and you can just make big plays because he breaks the smoke and takes the initiations, you're super happy.
Incredible, yeah.
Now they're gonna go try and get themselves the Tormentor here. Snaking survive this? I don't know if they can do this. It's close. It's close.
Oh my god!
Wow, that was very well calculated that they had enough for that. I was not sure about it, but these boys, they did the math.
I think Snaking did it. Malrine just trusting the captain.
Yeah, he tipped him, so you know it must have been good call. We could do it.
Good comms. Yeah, so I didn't see how the rest of that fight went. The Nature's Prophet died off my screen. Is he just coming in behind? Sayer should try to get in behind him, I guess.
Has fallen.
VP seemed to not be fully on the same page. And Falcons right now, Crit and Amar lurking up at top, seeing who comes out of the base. Might be FNG or Curitage. I've got a nice observer board there. Watching right over them. X-Mark FNG. Maybe not expecting Noticed and Curitage to be there right behind the POS 5 Undying. Sayers TPing in as well. And kill off Crit. And Amar, he does kill the Undying at the very least. As his TP home succeeds.
Bit of a trade, and Kunkka gets out safely, so not that bad for Falcon, but, you know, VP, they get something going for them at least. These last fights have been difficult for them. At least getting a kill on Crit. Getting a kill on anyone who's not snaking at this point is a value kill, I feel.
So I kind of wonder what the comms or what the decision making was like there, because FNG was there, and I guess he called for Luna to TP and Mars to come as well, and they just, like, they seemed fully prepped for this move.
Yeah.
That Falcons were making. And now Falcons trying to make another one in the mid lane. Don't find the hero. Go for the tower instead.
They're removing a lot of these tier 2 towers. You know, 2 down now. Bottom tower may not be long for the world as well. As Falcon moving, taking over the bottom part of the map now with their motions. But we see VP smoking out. They're smoking towards the Ancient. Nobody's really farming that area. Sven might go towards it though. They have vision on Sven right now. This is crucial.
Ooh.
The ward spotted him for a little bit.
I want this so bad. What's the vision like a little deeper? So there's a lane ward further south. With Skitter, the X-Mark TP. This could get interesting. He's gone top to clear the wave, but he's going to get dragged back, and they are pinging exactly on top of him. Skitter, started on by the Pango and the Luna, has BKB, runs off to the right-hand side, so Virtus.pro not wanting to commit too heavily.
Oh, a little bit of a trading in Pango ulti for the BKB on the Sven. All of Falcon staying ready here.
Radiant are scanning.
Apparently Twitch chat is saying about the bug with the Witchblade and the Specialist Array. You drop it and you pick it back up and then it fixes itself?
It's still... I looked at this creep wave. He had the same thing happen here. It didn't proc, so he has not dropped it and picked it up if that solves it. Because the same thing happened here. So like both need to be ready at the same time. And I think there need to be multiple targets available so that the Specialist Array actually shoots.
So they're both triggering.
And the bug is definitely still there. Definitely still happening.
Malrine Smoked up with Snaking and Skitter. They avoided that fight. VP have spread to the northwest. And we've got 2 minutes for the next Roshan to come up. But teams and players obviously will be...
Looking for anyone he can find, but smoke is gonna run out.
Start prepping for Roshan now. What's 4 minutes 20 until nighttime? So it looks like it's going to be daytime Roche. Yeah, they're scanning it.
It will be the bottom part of the map that's important to control now. We have a smoke over on the side of Falcon. They're probably going to use it here. Lesh ready to pop it. See if they go over to the other side of the map. Sven, really big damage right now with the Daedalus as well.
Yeah, there's no butterfly on Luna, right? You were talking about that being a pretty pivotal item.
His build is a bit risky, you know. This BKB is nice, but with the Kanda, he doesn't have a butterfly. Oh, noticed.
Noticed. Zip zapped on by Maureen.
He's just dead. There's no helping him.
Giving chase. Yeah, no way.
The Superman stun coming in.
And now it's a beeline towards Roshan, right?
Yeah, I think they're going to go down there and control the Roche immediately. There is a bit of push bottom, Squadix, along with a creep wave with Catapult and some Treants. Can try and force somebody home, but feels so risky against the Storm.
Yeah, Falcon's much more focused on getting wards, D-wards down in the southeast.
Very patiently just sitting there.
There is this high ground bit of vision from VP. 15 seconds for Mars to come up, so he'll be alive when Roshan spawns. Things could get a little spicy.
Well, Pango showed Storm TP, but not gonna be able to catch him.
He knew where he was, but yeah, not able to go for it. And no X-Mark play there. I was maybe expecting an X-Mark Sven TP or something like that to clear wave and come back. But now the Falcons have spread pretty far from each other.
I have to feel he's going Satanic next on Kirtik. I have to feel a bit awkward for him here, like not having the butterfly, but we'll see how much he can do in the next team fight with the Kanda. I just worry that this Daedalus Sven is going to get on top of him and just blow him up at this point.
Just saw Kirtik change the strength treads. Yes, you need all of the HP you bloody well can get.
Bit of survivability.
Sayers does have this Basher Aghanim Scepter, which could cause a few issues for Falcons if they get kind of bogged down in one of these extended team fights. Snaking yet again is the guy out there waving the flag saying, hey, look at me. I'm a Lesh, juicy target. VP not falling for it this time. Just to wait in the tree line, hide in the fog.
Yeah, good posturing here. Pretty good position to hold for VP, but they're going up and around. Amar almost has the full Octarine core here. I guess Bloodstone actually is going to be his build, of course, for the AoE.
Tier 3 token still to be used. Amar going to X-Mark and Scout. A little bit of a recon mission. I think Notice was looking for this jump. Yeah, onto Snaking to blow him up.
Not Snaking again.
Trying to extend this fight with a Zip and a Vortex. Jumping back in with a Storm Hammer there. They've got the kill on the Mars, but the Rolling Thunder's arriving and Luna's standing her ground and fighting. BKB's out of the Falcons to try and disengage, but there's Rolling Thunder and Sayers with his Nature's Prophet TPing aggressively forward, causing issues for them. Rodobatos might catch the Pango, but he rolls back into the middle of two of them. Amar and Skitter still standing and fighting, but the Sven has lost all of his HP and Kirtic surviving. He's turned with a life steal. The basket man is working, and the Claves bounce between them all. VP come out victorious.
Wow, that was really, really clutch. The chase by Pango there, locking onto the Sven, chasing after him. When the BKB runs out, Sven just couldn't really stand and fight. Despite the help from the Kunkka there, was not quite enough. That was a risky looking fight for VP too. They lost the Mars immediately due to him not having BKB yet.
Yeah, he just gets chain stunned down.
Yeah, but the Tombstone goes down. Undying is doing a lot of work here. Should not underrate, you know, Undying just walking around freely here, doing as he wishes.
What Sayers had like a big old Lotus there that he munched on, it looked like. Went from like 30% HP back to full. As we see the tail end of the fight, the Glaives bouncing between a couple of cores. And then, oh, I wanted to see that. Amar died to a neutral at the very end. So he went into a neutral camp and just killed himself to kobolds, I think.
He actually, the neutrals are on fire in this game. They got a lot of kills.
4 kills this game or something? They're going wild.
Yeah. 3 or 4, yeah.
It's a mega kill streak for the kobolds.
Yeah, some big stuff. Jungle bites back. Luna now having the Aegis as well can feel pretty secure, so she finished up the Satanic, now queuing up the Butterfly as well. Of course, it's not a Luna game if you don't have Satanic Butterfly, that's a classic combo.
Sneaking. Unlucky. What can you do? You've got to be there.
I mean,
Gotta
unlucky
be pushing
11
waves.
times.
Oh, he's doing his best. Hello? Noticed? And Amar? Well,
Or just casually gotta say no to that and walk away.
Radiant's top tower.
Still has his soul booster, and he has an Octarine queued up, so not queuing up the Bloodstone for Kunkka is curious to me.
okay. Tidal
Oh,
wave.
the Yules?
The Yule Scepter. Catching Amar. Does get dragged back. Malrine trying to fight into Notice now, who pops his BKB and runs. And Kiritich starting to open up on this tier 3. Looks like Amar is going to be able to push them back, at least for now. Yeah, Notice getting pretty deep there.
They hold for now, but the tower going really low here. 200 HP, Catapult still getting more shots out as well, so that's very easy to finish up later on. They still have 3 minutes on this Aegis as well, so I think VP, they should probably look to make something big happen during this timing. Wait for the BKB on Mars and then go again.
How disappointed are you with this Mars's build?
I feel like the Yules screwed him over a lot, honestly. I don't think he got a lot of value from it. Just an earlier BKB would have done so much more for him, I think. And it takes away the option to go for the Rapier, you know, which he has done before, because his timing is later with the Yules plus BKB.
Because now what he's looking at, Octarine, Scythe.
Yeah, it's just a caster build. He's not going to be the main character in this episode here of DreamLeague. He's just going to be a supporting cast.
Yeah, Madame Luna, top of the net worth. That's the main character. Grabbing some tier 4 items. Playing from the Radiant Ancients. Oh, 3 heroes sat behind her. Malrine going on a bit of a wander to that Lotus pool. Cutting waves in behind potentially as well. The rest of Falcons readying themselves for the high ground push with a tier 3 under 200 HP. And no glyph for the Radiant either. Meaning VP gonna look to this push pretty...
Oh, there's a good ward seeing them. They're seeing them get greedy here. This could be bad for Dire, but they spot the ward. Mars with the gem. They don't get caught on the Tormentor in some bad spot. They even put a new ward here. Snaking really wants to protect the Tormentor.
Yeah, it really feels like the natural place for VP to be. Dire side onto this left side of the map, into a tier 3, which is almost already dead. And then, yeah, the power of Prophet. Sayush, he's off on that right side, just pushing waves, keeping on farming, and scaling pretty heavily.
Yeah, turning himself more and more into a core on that Nature's Prophet as well. Like, he already has BKB plus Orchid, and working towards possibly a Hex Bloodthorn here. This is quick buy right now.
Oh, he's already overtaken the Mars.
I'm still confused Kunkka not going for that Bloodstone. The big part about the Aghanim Scepter, you know, combining with the Bloodstone is that it's so powerful. Even the 20 talent that Kunkka had before was removed because of how strong the Bloodstone was with it.
Oh, the AoE?
Yeah, the AoE talent was removed.
Radiant's top tower has
So
been
instead,
denied.
people have been experimenting with that. And we saw lifesteal yesterday, the 100 HP Kunkka going to 2k HP.
Yeah, let's run back to 50%. Oh, Malrine forces Notice BKB, zips over Kiritich towards FNG, dead, undying, and the torrents of their landing. Kiritich does have Aegis for 20 seconds.
He's getting stunned
but the
up so
Falcons,
much.
they can disable him forever. Luna's
boy.
down, no one dying to be seen. I mean, is this just a second kill? Notice comes in to try and protect the carry. Squad X in towards snaking again, straight through the arena, blowing up the left right. Kiritich standing her ground on this Luna and glaving into the Sven to kill off Skitter. VP, a man down, don't give a damn.
Yeah, they gave back the same chainstone there. Sven also didn't have a chance to press either his BKB or Satanic. We saw the value of, you know, the chainstone onto Luna first, but she had the Aegis. She just comes back again. Now, 74 seconds without your carry, and he does not have buyback.
It's a pretty big window here, but you know, I guess VP don't know it.
Yeah, they can't be too sure about it, so I don't think we're gonna see them go high ground. Maybe they'll get greedy for the Tormentor again here. You do have Mars and Luna in the area. Pinging it now. Can bring Nature's Prophet as well with the TP.
VP just saying, hey, rinse and repeat. Nature's Prophet, go farm, go push. The rest of us set up. Nice little base camp here. Trying to climb Everest into this Radiant base always feels like a massive journey. Troublesome road to push up the staircases into barracks, no matter who you're against.
Shard onto the Undying. The Tombstone. Yes, the Hotel Undying is available now. Not as broken as it was in the meta-defining Undying Shard patch. That was quite something.
Sunspam had a field day. Grab
so weird. My favorite thing about that patch, though, was seeing all these fat tombstones, because they actually get wider when there's a hero inside.
Get massive.
Recap on the fight here. Started out pretty good. Marine getting the Undying killed immediately, and they stunned up the Luna really well here. Like, this was low commitment and really nice for them, but then they got a bit greedy trying to kill him again.
Yeah, especially when you've got Nature's Prophet who just appears out of nowhere, comes in to help out. There's a really good Arena Rolling Thunder as well, this choke point. Because the Arena cuts...
Read it a lot, huh? He held his BKB for a long time there. Bit of a mistake by Skeeter there, not popping it. I thought he was fully changed on, but after the spear by Mars there, he had a full chance to get the BKB out. Just tried to hold it a little bit longer. Didn't expect the damage to be that high, perhaps. Can't underestimate Luna, though. Those right clicks, they really do a number. Let's see, how much damage did he take from Luna? I guess I can check during the pause.
So the admin noticed that it's not just snaking with better packet loss. He checked the pings in the status bar. Amara's like, Phantom Lancer? No, packet loss, my friend. I guess we've got a bit of a problem with the server that we're playing on. Occasional little bumps and potholes in the road.
Yeah, we see.
We've got some replays to watch back. What's this one? Oh, Snaking's fifth death?
Just got all Snaking's deaths. You just have every time the Snaking died.
That's rude, man.
That's good. That will give us a lot of content for the pause here. Snaking says go.
We've just seen VP 5-man disconnect and Snaking says G. Yeah.
Do you think he's onto what's being shown on the stream right now? That's why he's saying go. Stop the footage. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop showing me dying. It's again another one.
Oh, that was a close one.
He gets tipped for it.
That's the real secret. One? Snaking didn't do the math for a Tormentor. He was just prepared to die for it, you know?
There we go. That was number 11.
It's been a journey, but you know, it's funny how you can have a game like this, and still, I would say he's doing a pretty damn good job. Obviously, perhaps he could have cut down the deaths a little bit, but he's still playing very good Dota. He's being in positions where if the enemy go on him, sure, but then they show their hand. They commit cards, to bursting him, whereas they need to have the resources to bring down the Sven and the Storm. Man, I feel like Timeless Relic on Kunkka is almost cheating. Such a strong tier 4 item for him. The amount of lockdown you get from this.
Debuff duration and spell amp.
It just increases the chance of the overlapping torrents, right? What can I do with this Curatic?
He doesn't have Shard?
What? Oh. Kurt says it comes after a bit. Okay. Interesting. Oh, well, we can see the Shard, but I suppose when you reconnect.
Interesting.
I'm pausing. It comes back in a bit. Or is this a bait by snaking? Just play. Just play without it. Amar, he doesn't mince his words. I mean,
his glaives button still has a. I guess maybe he doesn't on his screen.
Yeah, like it probably doesn't look the same for him.
Gotcha. Well, we'll keep our eyes out on it. See if we can get his Shard back.
Interesting bug.
Sven's still
Speaking
dead.
of items, do a little update here as we see a smoke coming around by VP trying to get a wraparound. We have Assault Cuirass now on the Nature's Prophet as well. And of course, full Octarine on Pango.
VP. Long migration down to bottom.
I don't think they find him here. This is a big catch.
They've scanned him.
They scanned him.
Ooh, they're going to find him. Yeah, they do. Hello. Jump right onto Amar. BKB, boat, and try to run and hide, but there's no escaping from Virtus.pro.
Oh my god, he almost killed the Undying. He hides in his hotel.
One of those, oh god, Malrine, okay. Ooh. It's one of those, what, the capsule hotels in Japan? Just the tube. Get into the tube, Undying.
Alright, push is coming here. Still BKB available on the Luna as well, so feeling confident.
Kunkka dead with no buyback though, 200 gold away from it. So it's going to come down to the rest of the team to try and hold on to this base. Starting off, but the BKB counteracts the Stormhammer. Malrine started that off with a nice zip, and Vortex goes back in to clear the creep wave, or at least try to. Poking at VP, but there's a catapult still alive. Doesn't seem like VP want to continue though.
Yeah, gonna play it safe now, back up. You see the Wisdom Rune top, so might TP there with the Nature's Prophet if he wants to steal it. Not gonna go. So Storm zips over and yoinks it instead. I think they're just backing out. They didn't have Aegis. They just made a little play because they got the Kunkka kill. Really nice moves by VP, working their way back into this game in a great way, now having a very strong lead. For a long time, it looked like it was just Falcons running the show.
Yeah, it's been super smooth. How does Luna progress now? She sell Dragonlance, I guess?
I think the refresher that he has queued up is a very good idea, and just replace the Dragonlance with that for a bit. Then you can swap it out when refresher is cooled down, even though it doesn't keep cooling down. It's just once basically you want to use it, and you can still get Moonshard, Moonshard, and Aghanor's Blessing.
Hey, because he did have Hurricane Pike queued up for a while, and then he did that little swap out, like you said, gets the Butterfly, doesn't finish the Pike, and then I guess
I think this is more impactful, yeah. And big item coming in as well. The Mars is a full Hex now, so it's getting tricky to play Storm. You're playing now into Hex, Abyssal Blade, tons of damage from the Luna.
Storm does have an Aghanim Scepter now, so we've got that pseudo black hole with Sven's massive damage. If Falcons
This
the one to
obvious
get the
now.
jump,
Because of the creeps
the
in the
lane's
base.
pushed. Yeah,
So they know they're smoked.
Skitter shows on that creep wave bottom. And VP can now reposition themselves to just go high ground.
Yeah, this is great by VP. What a nice read. And Xmark pulls her away. So now Hoodwink isn't in base. This is an opportunity to push here. They know Hoodwink is far away.
That's just a lane of barracks for free. Falcon's starting to TP. The glyph is there on the melee. Stormhammer with the Storm jumping in. Squadix and Notice though with the arena onto Skitter. Trying to focus the Sven, but they've turned back.
Save.
Thinking about Malrine's Storm in the back, and the Tombstone is there to buy a bit of time for Kurtich to get the Eclipse off. The BKBs are wearing down now, and they've killed Snaking and the barracks in the bottom lane. Squadix still toying with them, but the Harpoon will drag him back into Sven's reach.
Oh, Sven in
Notice
trouble.
with a spear, straight into the Luna. Skitter looks dead. Malrine did get the Vortex, but there's no follow-up. Kunkka's respawn, gets a decent torrent down, but VP at 5 alive, and Falcons running out of gas. 3 heroes left, and they've spent everything. Make that 2 heroes left. VP might just have this one in the bag.
Alright, this is
Another
beautiful
jump.
for them. Storm is trying the best he can, zipping in and out, but he needs more mana. Bottling desperately in base.
There's not much you can do. They're into mid lane now. Crack that tier 3, and that means the glaives are bouncing. Top lane was already wide open for Kurtich here, so mega creeps look inevitable.
Full minute on the Sven as well. This is not stopping at Megas, and you look at that Luna pushing, going down fast.
Yeah, there's no way now. No glyph, no Sven, no
They have
buyback.
Storm combo ready.
Vortex, 3 men caught up in it with a bolt and the torrent. Amar with Malrine trying their
change
hardest. Crash some damage to the Sayoshin. Kurtich, the TP out from Amar to get him to the fountain safely, but Malrine's left all alone. And GG's call. VP take game 1.
Yeah, very nice play by VP. Looking really solid here in the mid to late game, and has to feel good for Notice there after.